kill them.
Welcome everybody to another installment of the world's biggest record fair, Utrecht in Netherlands, April 2017. I'm giving you guys an impression again on how this record fair is turning out every single time. The fair is getting bigger. It's now 1.5 hall filled with vendors. There used to be only 1 hall with vendors, but now it's getting bigger, and the collectible stuff like the retro gaming and the collectibles with Star Wars figures and Lego is getting less and less, which is a shame actually, because I enjoy browsing through that stuff as well. I'm starting out with the metal section here. The metal vendors are all stuck together in a specific part of the hall, and well, my initial thought was the quality is really good. There's a lot of stuff that I was seeing that I never saw before actually, but the prices are absolutely ridiculous. It's getting more expensive every year, and it looks like the vinyl resurgence has peaked again. I shot some footage in the last part of the video where I took some video of vendors with extremely expensive records. It's getting to a point where it's not fun anymore. Here's the auction section of the fair, which they auction off some Sex Pistols, Beatles, Rolling Stone stuff. And stuff that I've never even heard about, which is probably very expensive, but if I saw it in a dollar bin I would just leave it because I don't know the artist. So that's gonna be, well, as you can see for yourself. Maybe you recognize this stuff, I certainly don't. Well, of course the Sex Pistol and the Beatles stuff, but the rest of the stuff I have absolutely no idea of. I have no clue what the prices were when they auction this stuff off, if it even got sold, but every year it's fun to look at 7 inches and 12 inches to see what they're auctioning off. That's the Jimi Hendrix one, I know that one. But yeah, it's like I said, it has some very expensive stuff. Vendors are not really scared of bringing that stuff nowadays and asking ridiculous prices for it. But there was also cheap stuff that you can browse through. I did some really cool deals. I make another video about the stuff that I bought and some new stuff in my collection as well. I haven't been making too many videos because I'm very busy, but this is something I wanted to show you guys. This was a Ukrainian seller which had some amazing stuff, but also amazing prices. As you can see here, Mikko, this one is for you. The Amorphous LG1 original pressing, 120 euros, which was actually one of the cheaper records that he had. He had also a 250 euro record of Halloween, some special edition, which was basically too expensive for my kind of taste. A lot of box sets as well, a lot of vendors that had really quality stuff and also really big prices, as you can see here. This one was a specific Motorhead dealer. He only had Motorhead stuff, and there was some real jewels in there. He didn't ask a buckload of money for him. This one was autographed, which was actually a fair price, but he wasn't overpricing his stuff. He just wanted to make some profit of his. Like I said, quality was really high. Prices as well. I saw a lot of stuff that I've never seen before, and it was fun all over actually. I met a lot of nice people here. It was not really crowded. I know 2 years ago I really couldn't see any stand. I had to wait in line to browse through the bins, and that was not the case at this day. No clue why that is. There weren't any lines anywhere. You can see in the footage that it's not really that crowded. No clue why, but for me this was really comfortable browsing, and I took my time to just check everything out. Like I said, the Ghostbusters were here as well for the collectible fair, and also saw some Stormtroopers, which was fun as well. There were really detailed costumes that these guys had, but like I said before, it looks like that part of the fair is dying out, which is actually a shame. Also a lot of dollar record bins and CDs as well, but I didn't see too many CDs, to be fair. There were a couple of vendors that had CDs, but mostly it's now vinyl. Also Japanese. I saw a couple of vendors with Japanese pressings, which are also very popular. They, especially for the audiophiles. That's a Scorpion 1 Virgin Killer I also have, signed with Willie John. And this is the Night of the Vinyl Dead stand, as you can see here. He priced his records actually pretty fair. Not really that expensive, but just, well, to value. He priced it to value of what it's worth. And he had a lot of cool stuff with him. I think he did really well. But like I said, it's not really that crowded. And I'm not really sure if the next installment of this fair is going to be as big, if the attendees numbers are going to be the same as this year. So I'm hoping for it that it will be a little bit more crowdier and that vendors will keep coming. Also artwork, a lot of vinyl art, as you can see here, which is quite fun to look at actually. I'm not sure if you can buy it, but I think it's more for a display purpose only here. And I also saw some costumes from the Beatles, which they remade, because I can't imagine that was the original one of the Sgt. Pepper, but, well, okay. It was fun to look at. Now we're going to the expensive section. As you can see here, this is starting to get really awkward, actually. I started to film, and the vendors were a little bit reluctant for me to film this stuff. Not really sure why, but maybe they get criticized on the prices they're asking, I don't know. But, this was also a really cool stand with the guy, a lot of books and box sets. I actually browsed through a bunch of them. Biographies on record collecting, on 1,000 covers that you've never seen before, to the Beatles box set, as you can see in the back there. Yeah, he had really cool stuff. It was really nice to look at this. This was a refreshing alternative to bins full with records. Also, 7 inches were really popular this year. These are the David Bowie ones, as you can see. This was actually not really that expensively priced, but then again, he only died like recently, so I'm guessing this stuff is getting more expensive every year. And this was something fun to film, actually. Brigitte Bardot and some records and some photos. And then again, look at that, over 700 euros for the Dark Side of the Moon. The Joe Satriani on the left, ridiculous. That one on the right, 1,100 euros for a record, 850. Yeah, I mean, really, 1,000. Again, if you guys know some of these records, because most of this stuff I absolutely have no clue about what it is and why it's so expensive. 220, 200. I mean, really, I'm curious if these guys are actually selling this stuff. It's and if people actually wanted to pay for stuff like this, which seems to me like no. But then again, I saw some really dedicated collectors with a specific band or a specific genre, and this was the only turntable vendor I could find at the fair, which was disappointing. Well, I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you next time.